How's it going, mates? And welcome back to Geometry Dash. So, there are two new gauntlets that came out. And we've got the Acid Gauntlet that we have to play. And there's also another gauntlet, which is the Love Gauntlet. Yeah, Robtop thought like, oh, Toby is not making Geometry Dash videos for a long time, it seems. So, let's get him back into it. And just make sure that he is just gonna continue the Gauntlet series. So, we're gonna... You know what? We're gonna throw in two new gauntlets for him. I'm very pleased with it. So we're gonna start with the Acid Gauntlet. And the first level that we are gonna play is Sewer Showdown. I haven't beaten this one actually. Well, actually, I have beaten this one a little while ago. Not a long time, but a little while ago. And honestly, I was so intrigued by this one. I am pretty much so stoked to play this one again. Okay, careful, mate. Alright then. So yeah, this is the first time that I am actually gonna play this with commentary, but... You know what? Yeah, first beating was a speedrun video, but... It's always a joy to go through this one. Okay, don't push it too hard. Alright then, here we go. It sounds very funky as well with the music. Okay. Woo! Oh, I'm so ready for this. I'm so hyped. I'm so stoked. Okay, wave madness. Oh, the wave is no threat for me. What danger? Uh-oh, boss. Ah, yeah! Don't get cocky, Toby. Don't get cocky. Okay. Gotcha, mate. Oh, I am getting way too cocky. And I am just going way too late there with the ball. Like, I am just gonna sit here with a mindset like, oh, it's a piece of cake, I'm just gonna ace it. Nope, reality thinks otherwise, and I am still just gonna crash with the ball. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Gosh, damn it. Okay. Okay. There's always a round two, right? Hey! Okay. Luckily I didn't push it too hard, so... I'm still fine. Everything's fine and everything's fine. Everything's fine and everything's fine. Just keep that mindset and everything will be fine. Okay. Wave madness. Like I said, the wave is no threat for me. At other levels it might be. Okay. Careful. Upwards, downwards. It's gonna shoot. Okay. This time I'm on time. It may not be an ace, but a 2-attempter is also good. Alright then. First level down. And I do think this one has high stakes. This gauntlet, but yeah, this one, it's just such an honor to get back into this one. It's such a fun level, it's very artistic, it goes so well to the music. I really love this one. Sewer Showdown. That's the first level beaten of the Acid Gauntlet. The next one is Soreville. I don't know this one. By Zuki. So yeah. Oh, you're gonna throw it like that. Well, at least we're still in practice, so it doesn't matter though. Everything has to be a first time, alright? A wave! Oh, I'm already pleased. Because I love the wave. Okay. You don't hear that so many times, of course. Everybody is just gonna badmouth the wave, but I have no objections against the waves. Certain waves I do dislike, but yeah, but most likely I am always enjoying the wave gameplay. Okay, so yeah, that's just enough story time. Okay, I think you have to do this short, and this one is only long. It does look good though. But yeah, we're almost at the end. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it through. And the other times that I'm just gonna go into practice is just gonna be cut out. And that is just for me only just a moment to fine-tune everything. But here, practice is complete. It's not a very hard level as it seems, actually. So, yeah. But, just to be sure, I'm just gonna go through it again in practice mode. Just to keep myself sharp. And to get through the level a little bit more clean. So, yeah. Just give me a moment, and then we are ready to go. Time to start with Soarville by Zoogie. It's a very fun level, not too tricky, not too hard as well. Only just one part in particular is a little gnarly actually, but everything should be alright. Okay, in that case, everything should be alright, and I am just not gonna hit the blue orbs. So I'm not gonna get those boosts that I need. Nope, I am just gonna miss them completely, and I just have to start right back from the start again. So, again, not an acer. Damn it all. Stupid game. The level is pretty fun, but the song does sound a little historical. Okay, just be quick with that, and then you're right as rain. Alright, then here we go. Oh, this is gonna be another 2 attempter. Yeah, I was also hoping for a solid attempt 13 episode in Demon Day, but yeah, I didn't get it, so eventually that whole line was broken. It would be great if I could get a whole video with only attempt 13 beatings. But right now, we can still just get a 2 attempt episode just all the way. Oh, there was also a coin in it, but yeah, I didn't pay attention to that. So just screw the coin. I'm not gonna pay attention to that. We're just here to beat the gauntlet and beat the levels as quick as possible. So yeah, this is Soarville by Zoogie. A very fun level, very artistic it looks as well. It does look also a little pixeled, but that's also pretty cool. It's also pretty cool to witness that, and it also gives the level a great appearance. The gameplay is very fun from start to finish. And yeah, it has all the elements that it needs to make it a good level. From start to finish, I really like it and I really enjoyed it. Soarville by Zoogie. Only the song I didn't like. It sounds, like I said, very hysterical. Alright then. Here we have Savage Sewer by Butterbox. Oh, are you gonna butter my box, mister? I wonder. Don't go there, Toby. Alright then. It looks pretty tight at certain points. Oh, the water is flowing! It does look unique at one point. It also looks very fun, but yeah. That's just my first sight of the level. So for the rest, I just have to see how the level is gonna go for the rest. Oh, there's an X on. Okay. Okay, aim and just let go. Pretty technical, but I just have to do my thing and then everything is alright. Oh, now we're gonna change it to the ball. Oh, that took some time. Hey! Okay, just let me do my thing and then I'll get right back at ya. Alright, so one thing is for sure, it only works with ground objects. So you're just talking about the cube, the ball, the spider, and the robot. That are just ground objects, actually. And yeah, it doesn't have any flying sections, so that's a little bit too bad, but it does feel like a fun level actually to go through. Okay, that wall isn't any fun, but there's also some momentum involved in that. So you just really have to go a little bit late on that point. And then everything should be alright. Okay, yeah, you can just cruise over that. Here we go. It's pretty unique, actually, that you can go through the pipelines. It does make the level a little bit more interesting. Oh, it does make the level a little bit more interesting. And eventually, I'm just gonna jump out of the pipeline. And what's gonna happen to me, I am just gonna crash. Because instead of hitting the green orb, I am just gonna crash right into Right into the ceiling. How unnecessary, actually. Okay. Yeah, first wait and then hit the button. When you just get to the orb. My whole order was disordered, actually. Okay. I was landing in it! Are you gonna throw it like that, game? Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, play it your way. Ugh! With your spike on the ground. That pokey little bastard that is just gonna be there, sitting there to just haunt me and just annoy me. Yeah, sure, annoy me. Makes me more eager to beat you. And eventually beat you up. If necessary. Well, don't abuse the game though. Otherwise, it would be a very bad example. Oh, now you're gonna do it. Thank you. He knows with who he's dealing with, so he thinks like, oh, better be nice to him. Otherwise, he is really gonna beat me up. On the edge is pretty gnarly though. But okay, we can live with it. Can I jump like that? Yeah, it feels a little awkward when I'm just gonna land on the ground and then just jump. It also feels odd. Alright then. Here we go. The spider part can also be a little bit tricky, but yeah, that's something you have to figure out. Yeah, at that point, you really have to know for sure. Okay. Why did you decide to just hit the spike? What is the reason behind that, cube? What is the reason behind that? I think it likes triangles. Yeah, it wants to be a triangle of success. But yeah, actually you need the square because you also have a robot. If it were only just the ball, the spider, and the cube, then it would make sense. But yeah, that only has 3 corners, and a square has 4 corners. Alright then. Enough joking around. Okay, conquered it. Oh, be aware of that, because that part also feels a little odd. What? I conquered it. Keep going. What? Why you naughty bastard cube! Oh! It went just a little too low. And then it's just gonna miss. It's just gonna miss the boost orb. Are you for real right now? Gosh! Oh, the bastard. That's at the same time it's my fault because Toby, shut up! Well, actually, no, I shouldn't shut up because I have to explain something here. In fact, I was just going a little bit too fast on those orbs. Yeah, then eventually you're gonna get it, and then the game thinks like, hey, slow down a little bit. Oh, that's just putting acid into my veins. Oh, that's just putting acid into my veins. Yeah, eventually here I'm also just gonna mess up, and attempt 13 is getting a whole lot closer now. I think I've jinxed myself in the last level by just talking about the attempt 13 episode of Demon Day. Eventually it wants to be involved in this episode of the Gauntlets. Well, just better focus a little bit better, then everything should be alright. Okay. Doing a better job now? Come on. There we go. Now the right momentum, and we're out of here. Just out of the savage sewers. Yeah, that was pretty savage, actually. At least it didn't pull it through to attempt 13. But at least we made it. We should be happy about that. And at the same time, even though with only just ground vehicles, it was still a fun level to encounter. Looks good, plays well. And yeah, from start to finish, it's just a great experience to have through this one. Savage Sewer by Butterbox. And that is level 3 down. Level 4 is up. Oh! You're just gonna throw in the demons right away then. Okay then. Stupid game. But oh well. At least the next one is by Destriff. And it's... yeah, sadly enough, it's a demon. But yeah, that makes it more interesting, and it makes it more challenging, and I'm up for this challenge, so... And I do know Destriff is a very good creator, so at the same time, I shouldn't be bothered. Alright then, Necros by Destriff. Pretty fun level, also a little tricky as well, but from start to finish, it does play pretty solidly though. And it goes pretty... If I remember it correctly, I did play this level a little while ago. Oh, no, it's pretty much a long time ago that I've played this one, but it's still a very fun level to encounter. Only the last robot part is pretty tricky with those finicky little jumps that you have to perform. But aside from that, the level plays well. It goes well, it flows well, so everything should be alright. I'm also not gonna go for the coins in this one, because I know Destriff. Destriff always has these tricky coins actually to get. Watch it, you idiot! You numbskull, what are you doing there? I am just gonna go loop it way upwards. The moment I realized that, I thought like, no, I'm just done for. That's playing with fire, Toby. You don't have to make the finicky jumps yet. Yeah, you do have to make a few of those little jumps, but there is plenty of room to perform it. All right then. Here we go. Okay, back at the ship. Don't mess up this time. Just hold it there and then everything should be alright. Okay. Here we go. Let's get to it. Woo! Okay, that part you also should keep in mind. Okay, some parts do need some early jumping. This part also feels a little tricky though, because you don't know... Oh wow, yeah, you don't know when the machinery is just gonna start to pulse. So once it's just gonna pulse, you think like, what's going on here? And then eventually, you're just getting sent right away. You're just gonna get sent way upwards without even countering. But at least there is room when the pulse is just gonna happen. You just have to know where the pulses are just gonna start being active. Okay, better focus. Oh, cutting it close in this attempt. Okay, come on. Almost back at the spider though. But I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready! Yeah, eventually here I'm gonna jump a little bit too late. And then you're just gonna hit the pillar for some reason. It's just such a tight jump, actually. The moment you land is the moment that you really have to jump right away. So yeah, you do get the element of sudden timings. Oh, I'm just jumping way too high there that eventually I'm not gonna land it properly. Stupid robot. Really need to tweak you a little bit better. Okay, now you're just solidly tweaked. Now let's bring her home. Alright. Conquered. Okay, here, the finicky jumps. Some parts. Oh no! Oh, I got startled, damn it! Oh, I got startled there. I thought like, no, I'm not gonna make that jump, and eventually you just started to paralyze. Because you're startling. Oh my gosh. Like I said, those jumps are gnarly. It's just pretty much those little tiny jumps that you have to perform on. And then also just land on the very tiny platforms. It's just madness, mates. But that's the challenge of this level. But oh well, even though didn't succeed in that attempt, you can always try again. Ah, I just was going in a tiny jump momentum, and then eventually I just oversaw the big jump over there. Oh. And then you're gonna think like, oh, I just only have to make tiny jumps. No, oh no, there's a big jump over there. Oh, oops. And then eventually it's just back in Crashville and back to the start you go. It's never a nice sensation, isn't it? Oh, it's never a nice sensation, isn't it? Attempt 11, close to attempt 13. Come on. Well, at least there is a little bit of a pattern here in this Gauntlet episode, because the first two levels I've beaten in attempt 2, and right now I've got a 2 in a row also with attempt 11. Oh wow. But a great experience this is, for sure. I mean, like, the level is fun, it goes well, it flows well, like I said. The little tiny jumps are kind of a bother, for sure. It can be a little bit frustrating when you mess those up, but once you know how to jump, where to jump, and how big your jump has to be, and just measure it out, then everything should be alright. For the rest, the level is, like I said, very fun to encounter. And it does have some pretty challenging sections to go through. And yeah, it looks interesting. It is interesting to play from start to finish. It really is a great level. Necros by Destrif. So yeah, while that one is a demon, I think the last one is for sure gonna be a demon. So here we go. Absolute garbage. Well, very nice to say that about your level, BLI. But yeah. That's the last level that we have to go through. So let's bring it home, shall we? And I do know the level quite well, as actually, because I've also beaten this level before. But it's a rowdy one, for sure. Okay, Absolute Garbage, the last level to play by BLI. Like I said, I've played this level before, and I really do still think it's a very fun level to encounter. But it's a little tricky, of course. it has quite a lot of points that are just gonna start you a little bit. And it's also a rowdy level to encounter. But at least I can enjoy this because the level still is fun. It goes well, it flows well. Everything in it is just incredible. And this part can be a little bit tricky, but it's also a very fun level to encounter. Oh wow, wow, I was very much on the edge there. Okay. Come on. I want to ace this one. And we've aced it even! Wow! There had to be one ace and it's at the final level. Oh my gosh. Absolute garbage is the one that is just gonna get aced here. But yeah, from start to finish, it really is such a fun level. It's a blast going through this one. And with all the mechanical parts in it, and also with just with the burners that are also there in the level. It's just pretty, it is very fitting for the Acid Gauntlet. Wow. An air bubble is just gonna pop up in my throat. God. Gosh. But yeah, like I said, the level is very fun. It goes well, it flows well, it has incredible parts to go through. The wave part was, in particular, also a super fun part to encounter, because with just going from top to bottom also, and just slide on the top and the bottom in that pretty much close quarter, in those close quarters that you have to go through with the wave, it really just plays a lot of fun from start to finish. The rest of the gameplay as well, it's pretty rowdy, but still it's very fun to encounter, and especially with all these parts in motion and all these mechanical parts that you also have to go through. It really is an incredible level to encounter. Absolute Garbage by BLI. Kind of a negative name, but still, with a very positive view that you're actually having here from the level. Okay, then what are our rewards? Okay, so a toxic, an acid cube. We got 60 diamonds and a demon key. That's great to have. And yeah, that's the Acid Gauntlet complete. So next up we do have the Love Gauntlet. And let me see. Oh, we're gonna start with a 5-star level. That's great. So it's not gonna be a very hard one to encounter. But yeah, that's... perhaps I'll try to make that tonight. And then perhaps it's just gonna be ready for tomorrow. But I'll just have to see. Perhaps I'm just gonna upload. Perhaps I'm just gonna make the video tomorrow eventually, and then it might be uploaded Wednesday, because I do get some early shifts this week. So I'm just a little bit tight on time with how the schedule is just gonna go from here on out. But yeah, the Acid Gauntlet is completed, so that one can be scratched off the book and just scratched off the list. And yeah, next up is the Love Gauntlet. Are there more gauntlets? Let's take a look. V, complete. Only this one is left. Okay. Nevertheless, we did have a great experience with the Acid Gauntlet. So yeah, if you didn't beat it yet, I recommend you should play this one and just beat it with all the 5 levels that are in it. It really is a fun gauntlet to go through. So yeah, I wish you all good luck with beating this one if you haven't beaten it yet. But yeah, that's enough of me for now. So it's time for me to leave it here, and that also means that I'm gonna thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now, mates.